Last week, I got suspended from the Vinyl Me Please message board, their online forum. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, I'm bragging.
You've reached dialysis.
Hey there, folks. My name's Tom. You're watching High Rant District. If you can hear it, playing in the background is a new record from Dialysis called Pretty Men. This was actually reviewed very recently by Pat. His channel is called Ground Zero Salem, and his review was really positive, and I dig a lot of what he shows. So I figured I'd give the album a shot. Picked it up, and it's excellent. I like it a lot. It's punk. I guess you would call it. It's hardcore punk. Some thrash in there. I'm bad at genres, but if you can hear it, you can tell if you dig it or not. I dig it, and it's inexpensive. Very good album. So anyway, like I was saying, I got suspended from the Vinyl Me Please forum. It's an online message board. You don't have to be a subscriber to Vinyl Me Please to be on that board. You can it's free. You can just create an account. And generally it's sort of like the vinyl community in that although it's on the internet, it's generally an escape from a lot of negativity. Of course, then you have people like me on that forum. I'm not terribly negative, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. So I got suspended anyway for, and I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but I'll throw it up on the screen. I was told I was being a jerk, and for telling a customer service rep that they should enhance their skills at Vinyl Me Please, which is headquartered, I think, in Denver, Colorado. I suggested they should be more valuable to them, to Vinyl Me Please, than just customer service, because their job could be outsourced. I was told that comment, even though it wasn't a part of the forum that not everybody sees, it's on my profile page, I was told that telling so-and-so that his job can be outsourced is crossing the line, and it breaks the number one rule, don't be a jerk. I'm a jerk sometimes, but I didn't think I was crossing the line. And I don't know where that don't be a jerk rule does not show up in the terms of service or whatever. But anyway, so they suspended me. Meaning I just couldn't log in and post. And that was on the 15th, and I think the suspension was only to the 18th. I assume I'm not suspended anymore. I haven't tried to log in. Now, there's a lot of irony going on here. My account, like on my, how do I do it? On my account, on the Vinyl Me Please forum, my avatar is H.R. Geiger. H.R. Geiger is a famous artist, illustrator, and where I know him, hang on. Sorry about that, I really should prepare better. H.R. Geiger has a well-known piece of art called, I think it's like Landscape 219, Landscape XX, or Portrait 219, Landscape XX. It's commonly referred to as Penis Landscape. And it's a bunch of penises and female genitalia with the whole penetration thing happening. Anyway, a poster of that was included in the 1985 album Frankenchrist by the Dead Kennedys. Dead Kennedys. So lead singer and Alternative Tentacles, who's the label for this album, owner and lead singer for the Dead Kennedys, Jello Biafra, was taken to court for corrupting the minds of minors or something for including the poster. And he didn't lose, but I think he took a major financial hit, taking the case, the free speech case to court. So anyway, long story longer, my avatar on Violently Pleased Forum is H.R. Geiger, Hans Rudy Geiger, and because it's related to a free speech case. And then just getting suspended from the forum for something that's probably free speech to me anyway, and very minor, is ironic. And the irony goes further. My comment that this person should have more skills in his customer service at Violently Pleased, headquartered in Denver, Colorado, didn't come out of nowhere. Violently Pleased used to ship the records themselves, but several years ago, 2 years ago maybe, they outsourced the shipping to Saddle Creek Logistics, somewhere in North Carolina. It's a company that specializes in shipping things, although it doesn't specialize in shipping records, and if you get records from Violently Pleased regularly, you probably understand that. The thing is that Saddle Creek Logistics is known for using a lot of temp labor. And North Carolina has a minimum wage that's $3 an hour or less, roughly, than Colorado. So it's a major, major boon to the bottom line of Violently Pleased to outsource their shipping of records to non-employees. And it's business. You can say it's right or wrong. It is what it is. But the point is that there's context here. This person that I spoke to and said, hey, you should have more skills in this customer service because your job could get outsourced. And I specifically said if they would outsource their shipping, which is the primary thing they do is ship records to people, then of course they would outsource customer service. But somehow that was crossing the line. There's a bit of a genesis to it too. I had ordered reissue of Eastwood Rides Again by the Upsetters, Lee Scratch Perry and the Upsetters. I have 2 copies now. Anyway, when the first this is like from the early '70s, kind of a spaghetti westernish reggae album. Many people know Lee Scratch Perry. The Upsetters, I think, were generally whoever was in the band that was assembled in Lee Perry's studio in Jamaica. Anyway, so the record showed up and it had a lot of audible defects, a lot of pops and clicks, and I could see on the surface of the record before I ever played it, and I cleaned it before I played it, but I could see the defects on the surface of the record. So the noise that I hear in this record is a pressing issue, not a recording issue or a mastering issue. I mean, an old '70s record from a reggae record made in Jamaica, it's probably going to have some sound issues, and I get that, but the physical, when I can see the physical defects, and on a direct drive turntable can go backwards and forward and make those pops and clicks happen, that's a pressing issue. So what did I do? I emailed Violently Pleased customer service, and I got this particular customer service rep going back and forth on email with me. I said, and I already know they couldn't do this because it's not what they do, but I said, hey, before you ship me a replacement, do me a favor, take the record out. I don't care if the record's open. I said, just take the record out and hold it up to a bright light, and just make sure you don't see any defects on the surface of the record. You can tell when it's defective. And he said, no, we don't do that. And he knows that I know that they don't do that, and I know that he knows that I know that they don't do that because they outsource their shipping. They don't have a turntable or whatever, or somebody who works for Violently Pleased as an employee, in the warehouse in North Carolina, shipping things by slow boat to people around the country and around the world. But I was like, man, you got to do this. I know the next one's going to be defective. The next one's going to be defective. And there's a history with me and Violently Pleased of, you can tell, and you can tell from the forum, other people's chiming in, when something is going to have when a run of records is going to have defects. It's not uncommon. I mean, you're not, on occasion, Vinyl Me Please will do something that's considered audiophile. Mostly they don't. This was pressed exclusively for Vinyl Me Please. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Vinyl Me Please, exclusive pressing. And the 2 copies I got both had problems. So I ended up getting a refund for it. But like, you know, a normal record company, you would ship the record back. You know, they would send you a return label, you send the record back, and then they send it back to the manufacturer to get compensation for it. Vinyl Me Please charges so much for their record. This is speculation on my part, but when something walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's usually a duck. And don't get me started on talking ducks. I haven't started drinking yet, but this might get me started shortly. What the hell is I even talking about? Oh yeah, you know, my impression is that the prices are so high on Vinyl Me Please that they don't care about getting the record back, which means they don't send it back to the manufacturer, which means the manufacturers they normally use that are not up to snuff don't think anything's wrong. So nothing got fixed. So anyway, they suspended me from the forum for they suspended somebody who has an avatar based on free speech. Suspended me for crossing the line by telling a customer service representative that they should be more valuable, so that because their job could be outsourced, because Vinyl Me Please already outsources their primary function, which is shipping records. So anyway, blah blah blah. There you have it. It's an interesting record. It's kind of noisy. Better records. 1985, Dead Kennedys, Frankenchrist. And Spin It Right Now, excellent record. You should check out, if you like metal at all and punk and thrash, Pat's channel, Ground Zero Salem. I'll put a link to it in the description. I might have already said that. I don't know, I'm babbling. But Dialysis, Pretty Men. There you go. On the back. And the inside artwork, the inner, it's on blue vinyl. I don't know if that's normal, if I just happen to get a blue vinyl copy. It's got a lyric inner, and then photos on the other side. Pat said he knows the guys in this band, and I mean, that looks like guys you'd want to have beers with. So I highly recommend this album as well. Anyway, I've been babbling for a while. I'm going to shut up. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. And don't take this as a negative towards Vinyl Me Please. To each their own. I've been a subscriber for 3 years, but those 3 years have been gifts. You know, the annual Christmas gift from my better half. It was always kind of nice to get a record each month where I'm reminded that she gave me this Christmas gift. But we're going to do something else this Christmas, you know, combine our gifts and just go somewhere and do something. And as I've looked back on the past 3 years of my Vinyl Me Please Record of the Month albums, they're not that great. There's probably talking about 36 albums, one per month over 3 years. There's probably about 5 or 6 that I'll keep long term. And the rest, you know, it's neat having the reminder that she gave me a Christmas gift. But it's most of the records are not my thing. You know, it's there's no punk involved. There was one, you know, metal record that they called metal, Black Sabbath, Paranoid. Great album. I already had 2 copies, but I'm not sure I would call it metal. You might. I don't know. It's hard rock to me. It's great music to me, no matter what you want to call it. And again, I'm bad at genres. But anyway, I'm not renewing my Vinyl Me Please subscription. I'm not trying to turn you on to them or turn you off to them. Just my experience is that has not been that great. I'm just fucking babbling again. I'm going to shut up. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.